Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ron. Let's talk about New Jersey beaches. If you've been on Facebook, Instagram, or even YouTube lately, you may have seen a recent video showing some waves crashing into the seawall along Ocean Ave in Seabright, New Jersey. Now, the comments from people on those videos have been varied. Anything from the beaches are disappearing to it's not an issue, Mother Nature's just reclaiming the beaches, to good, let the private owners pay for the beach repairs. You may have seen these yourself. So whatever's going on here, it seemed to strike a nerve with many people based on the comments I was reading. So naturally, you guessed it, I grabbed some of my gear and went to go check it out for myself. I parked over near the Sandy Hook recreational area entrance. I walked south toward Sands Beach Club, if you're familiar with the area, and the Rum Runner restaurant. And here's the truth. Yes, there is erosion in specific sections of the beach. No, it's not a disaster social media is making it out to be. From the air, you can definitely spot sections where the ocean is carved out into the beach, especially near the seawall along Ocean Ave heading toward the Sands Beach Club. Again, I parked over towards Sandy Hook Recreational Park area. But on the ground, there's still plenty of beach in most of the areas. The erosion is uneven and seems to be specific in some areas as walking down the coastline there. Now, the day that I was there, it was just before high tide on a weekday in April 2026. That's this video upload. And the water never made it to the actual seawall, but you can definitely see the beach erosion in these shots. Now, I'm sure it's worse at times, depending on the time of year that you're actually there, the weather conditions, whether it was recently raining or not, whether there's a storm coming in, things like that, time of year, the seasons. But it's also worth mentioning that this part of the New Jersey shoreline isn't a natural, untouched beach. It's been engineered. So the stretch between Sandy Hook and Seabright is a very narrow barrier strip protected by a massive seawall, and it's been regularly rebuilt with pumped in sand. So that means what you're seeing right now in this video is part of a cycle, really. It's storms plus winter waves, stronger wave energy pulls sand offshore, beaches get narrower and steeper. Then you have calmer seasons, the sand gradually moves back, beaches widen again. Now, the long-term fix for this, what happens is periodically there's a beach replenishment program or project that restores what's lost over time. And here's what kind of tricks people, I think. When erosion happens near the seawall, it creates a sharp drop-off, almost like a mini cliff. Again, you see that in the video. And it makes it look like half the beach has disappeared almost overnight. But in reality, the sand is often just moved slightly offshore. It hasn't actually vanished, it just gets redistributed. And here's a reality check. Not long ago, pre-1990, parts of this stretch had no beach at all, waves hitting directly against the wall. And what we have today, wide walkable beaches, is largely man-made and maintained at this point. So when you see erosion here, it's not a system failing. It's a system doing what it always does. And what that means going forward is you'll likely see more erosion, throughout stormy periods. Some areas may look rough or narrow temporarily, and eventually sand shifts back or it gets replenished. This isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing balance between, obviously, nature and engineering. Okay, so quick take on this video, just to catch you up. After walking it and flying over it, it's worth paying attention to. I guess if you live in the area, but it's not worth panicking over, or it's not panic worthy, let's say. If anything, it's just a reminder of how dynamic and honestly fascinating this stretch of the coastline really is. It's always changing. And very quickly, there are a few, let's call them controversies or challenges regarding the beaches in this specific area, if you're not familiar with it. First, you have the private versus public access issues. Seabright has faced criticism using public funds to replenish beaches that are often bordered by private beach clubs and private access points, with complaints about limited public access. Secondly, you have environmental concerns, the resilience on mining sand from offshore, which is then moved to the shore, has raised environmental concerns. And then third, you have high erosion rates. The high cost and necessity for constant replenishment with the project slated for cycles until 2044 highlights the ongoing challenges of climate change, rising sea levels, and of course, increasing storm intensities. Now, I should mention, I noticed something I hadn't really noticed previously. If you're down there and looking for the public entrances going over the seawall, there are stairs and decks painted red versus the privately owned access points, which appear to be white and unpainted, just an observation. The public access points are the maroon or the red color entrances. If you're down in that area, just give you a heads up. So I captured some aerial and some ground footage from Sandy Hook down through Seabright so you can see exactly what's going on there for yourself. Again, this was all filmed in April 2026. So I hope you enjoyed the footage and the perspective. Drop a comment down below if you have more insight or history of the area that you want to share with anybody, or if you're more familiar with the area than I am and have some, suggestions for people that may go there. It's always great hearing from people who are maybe more familiar with the history of the area than I am. Drop a like if you got any value from this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a nice week, everybody.